Hi guys, welcome to Code and Me. I'm Saf, and we are continuing the second part of basic of Apex. In the first part, we have discussed that how many methods we have in the string, and we have also checked the multiple variables and all that, right? And in this video, I will talk about the different variables like date and date times. I will talk about s objects, and I will also talk about the oops concepts. Okay, now. If you want to go into the detail, what you can do, you can go to the our Salesforce, right? And you can check the beginner guides for on the Code and Me. You can check our beginner guides for oops concepts, in which you will also you will learn about more the things like what exactly object oriented programming language is, right? So here I will just give you one example. A small example is there, right? You can see these are the vehicles, right? And in this vehicle, some one is SUV, second one is car, third one is truck, fourth motorcycle or something like that, right? Here the company's name are there. These are the company's name, right? So here these are the all the things. So if we are talking about the things, right? We are talking about the biscuits, if we are talking about the vehicles, if we are talking about the companies, they are basically class. And if we will talk about the single thing as a that, okay, what exactly it is, like Lenovo. So Lenovo is an object of that class. Truck is an object of that vehicle, right? So our company Lenovo, so this means company is a class, Lenovo is an object of that company. Here truck is an object of that vehicles, right? So similar to that. And how we write it, like you can see, if we are talking about the company, so in this company multiple variables can be there, multiple attributes can be there. The company, what is the company name, what is the registration name of that, and all the things, right? And the same class has same company, what exactly they do, this company start, stop, or something, right? So these are the things that we are normally talking about, and the syntax is also the same. In Apex, it is somehow very much same, because this is an object. So but Salesforce, there is a small difference in that whenever we are talking about the object, right? Suppose we are talking about this object, and the object name is, suppose you can say, like, okay, I'm talking about the object. So anything that we are writing in Apex, it is an object. So this means if we are talking about the integer, right, I'm writing as an integer. This means you already know that this is an object. Integer is an object for us, right? And we can write this. So this is integer, right? So integer is an object, and a is the instance of that object. So instance of integer, right? So similarly, if you are writing that account ACC, right, and new account, suppose we are writing that, this means account is an object. This means it is a class basically, right? So it is an object, and ACC is an instance of that object. So the naming is a somehow very much difference, but other than that the concept is same. So that's why if whenever we are talking about the object, this means we are talking about the class, the whole thing, right? And when we will take the instance as a variable, that's the instance, that is in normal language, that is an object. So that's why you don't have to worry about that. So similarly, in the last video, you see that you have already seen, right, that string, I have used string str, right? And then I wrote something like that. Then because this is an object, so I have already told you that this is a class or object, right? So it always have method. Every class has some properties, some variables, some attributes. So this is also a method. So these were the methods that we talked about. We can say we talked about replace, we talked about left, we talked about right, we talked about substring, we talked about multiple methods that was supposed to be. So that's why if you think that, okay, what if it is a variable but it has a method, so it was not only a variable, it was Apex variable. So Apex variable is an object for us, right? So every object has a method, so that's why it was a method, it has a method, right? So today we will talk about the string. So what we will do, we will discuss here, we'll talk about the date time. So I already told you that we have a method date, we have a thing like date, and in that we can use date.new instance, right? That we have already discussed. And in this we can put the value, right? I have already told you, like, we can put the value. So this is the date. Similar to that, we have a date time, right? Similar to that, we have a time. So these already I have written that there is multiple methods related to associate with this, so that's why I'm just going to talk about this. So and it will be better if I will write in developer console, because it will give you the method name and everything. Okay, 1 second. So here we are, I'm writing something, right? I'm just writing date time dt is equal to, so here I can just write datetime dot instance, and you can see here the multiple methods are given where, so here you can see we have a method, let's see, dot new. You can see here we have a method, we have like integer, year, month, right? You can see we have integer, year, month, day, hour. So yeah, you can see here, so we can put everything here, right? 2020. In months we can put 12, we can put 11, we can put something 21, we can put 00, we can put 15, something like that, right? So that will give you like that date time, basically date time instance, right? So here it is a date time instance. So there were two way, one more way that I did, I think last day, right? In the last video, what I did, I just put a date variable, and in the date variable I just put and I created one more variable that was time variable, and in the time variable I put something like that, right? I think you remember in the last video. So here the time was given. So what we can do here, you can see this is also right. So so there is two way, one is this, the second one is this. So how the second one will look like? Second one will look like this. Whenever we will write date time dt2 is equal to date time dot instance, new instance, right? And in this I will put the date variable. Date variable is this one, date variable is dt. I will put date, and I will also put the time variable, that is time. So this is the combination of date and time, that's why it's date time, right? Okay, so there is multiple methods related to this date and date time. I will go one by one. For now I'm just going to put it here. Okay, multiple methods were there. So what we can do, we can go to, like, we have a method that is you can say okay, so we have a method that what it will do, it will add 2 days. So we have a method that add days. So what it will do, it will give you dt d22 is equal to dt dot add days, right? Let me check it is working or not, right? So what it will do, it will suppose it will give you 14th of December 2020. Let's check. Right? No, so because the value was wrong, dt and dt2. Now the one will be 12 and the second one will be 14th. Let's see. So the 12th and 14th, you can see, right? So this is basically the method add days. So we have multiple method. We have method as add months. So what it will do, it will add months in our system, right? So it will add months. We have similarly add years. Okay, so these are the method that is that can be directly used. So we can also check as a add months. So suppose this is December, so what it will do, it will give you the January, 12th of January, so that will be month, right? Or 12th of February. Similarly to add year, this means it will give you 2021. So that is basically, you can see we can add years, days and months, right? We have one more method that is a very good method, we can say, that is like you want to check that which date we are talking about, right? Suppose we want to take only 12. Suppose we have a date, right? So 1 second, I'm just writing, suppose I'm just writing date dt is equal to system.today. It will give you what exactly right now our org date, our server org date, right? So date is system.today. This means according to us it should be 12th of June, right? So now it is 12th of June. Suppose if it is suppose 12th of June, this means, and I want to check the what is the exactly month of that, right? So what I will give, I will use integer month is equal to, it will give me month, month. So this is also method and it will give me month. Let's check month. So we have a method day, we have a method month, we have a method year. Here you can see the month is 6. So because it's June, so that's why month is 6. So we have a, similarly we have a method year, we have a method day. Day will give you 2 days date, year day of the month, day of that exactly date. So whenever we have a variable as a date type, we can use the year method, day method, month method, right? Similar to that, we have multiple things. So right now what I am going to do, I am going to use one or two more method, and we will see. I have next date, suppose a variable next date, in which what I am doing, system.today, I'm going, you can say here, I'm going 3 months late, right? So suppose I'm talking about the, this is June, so I'm talking about the May, April, March. So I'm talking about the March, right? So I'm talking about the March. So here you can see what I will do, I will check the date, I will check the, and we have a method also that will give me, we have multiple methods. So first method is, we have integer days between, I have a method days between. So what it will give, it will give me dot days between. Let's check, maybe it should be, there will be some difference. Let's just check, there's no difference. Okay, so now what I will do, I will also debug the days between also. Now we can check, because I have added 3 days, right? So days between, days gap is 3 days. So whenever we want something like that, what we can do, it will give you days between. So I am, suppose next date, I'm talking about the next date, right? Or I'm talking about the March, suppose I'm talking about the March. So what it will do, we will use add months, right? Or add months. I'm talking about the 15, I'm giving in 2019 March, right? So same, so everything is same. I'm just, I'm just going back, that's it, nothing, there is no difference. Now what will give, sorry, the okay, let's not change the name. So it should be around, like 365 days plus 90 days, around something. So here you can say 458 days difference is there. So we have a method days between also. So we have multiple methods, and some of the methods are already defined in the system. You can see here we have a method like, to a start of the week. So exactly, suppose we are, Monday is the start of the week. So for this week, what exactly the first date for Monday? We have a method days between, we have a method months between, we have a method 2 day, we have a method like, start of the month. We have these methods we have already talked about, right? So we have to a start of the week, we have to a start of the month, right? So let me just give you one more example. Suppose I'm here and I'm talking about date dt1, right? And this is the next date. So I'm using to start of the week, that's it. Let's check what it will give. dt1. So to a start of the week will not work like that. To a start of the, maybe the method name is different. To a start of week, the is not there, I think, right? Yeah, the is not there. So now 18th March week was what exactly? So suppose like we can say here, right, 12th June is there, so we can say that okay, 8 was the Monday, right? It for us it was Monday, for us it was Monday, right? So suppose we are talking about this, so what so I will do that, right? I'm doing that. Okay, what is the start of the week for this week? What is the start of the week for this week? So I put the today date, so it will give me Monday date, should be, right? So you can see here the date was 7th, so it is saying that okay, 7th was the start of the, right now today is 12, so 7 and 12, like that, right? So whatever exactly I put the date as a starting week, like it is Sunday, it can be Sunday, normally it is Sunday, so that's why it's giving me for me it is Sunday basically, so that's why it's giving me start of the week. So we have multiple methods for date. So similarly we have date time methods. In date time methods, everything we can use dot day, dot month, dot you can say dot year, right? So we have also for date time we have also one more thing, like the time also we have, add hours also, minutes also, seconds also, so that is added. So in this you can go to code and me, and also you check we have multiple methods also, right? One very good thing that is there in Salesforce that I was very much good, like I want to see the date, I want to see the format, right? So suppose this is the date time I'm talking, right? And date time method is we have one more method, system.now. So now we'll give you the current time, so date time system.now, right? Now we have one more very good method that I'm going to just use. What it will do, it will just change the format, nothing else. Date.format, and in that format I'm just using multiple formats. You can check the methods formats here, right? So I'm nothing doing. So here we can check what exactly I did. So what I will see what is the current time, and I will also use the format. Let's see. Okay, so it is going, this format will give you the day, right? If I will just remove one E, it will give you something else, something different, you can see. So these are the format meanings, and there is multiple things, like you can see now it is giving you the day FRI, so that the current exact days. So these are the things that you can directly use. So these are the variables that you can use in that. Okay, now enough talk about that. Now we will directly move to subjects. So anything, if you are talking about, like if you want to insert something into the database, if you want to check this account, right? Here we are. So first of all, you should go to an object, and everything that we will write, it will always support only API fields. It will only support API name. So this is the API name, it will only support that. So here I will write account SEC, new account, right? So this is the account instance. So this means account is instance. What exactly it means? Suppose I want to create the new form, right? If I'm clicking here, this is the form, right? This is the thing here. Whatever I am writing, this is the same thing. The form, it is basically a form. Now I'm writing the name, acc.name is equal to something, right? I did nothing, I just put it this, and I'm inserting it. I'm writing insert is a DML. We will talk more about it. Suppose I'm writing this. Now you can see there should be one record that is created. So here we can see the record is created automatically. Here you can see this account is automatically created. Okay, let's see there is any new account or not. Something, this record was created right now. You can see the timing. This record was created right now. Okay, so because my zone is India time, so that's why it's showing you. Let me change the zone. This was showing the India time right now, because I'm so I'm also showing you that because I'm talking from the Singapore, and the timing is from India time, so that's why it's showing you, right? It is showing you basically as a, you can say the the timing difference, the zone difference, right? So I will you can, here you can see it is India time. So now I will go to Asia, Singapore, local is no problem. Now you can see the time for this, it will be exact 795. So this is the new record that I have created by the code. I don't have to do multiple things. I just use account. You can see I just use account, I put the name as a something and then insert it. That's it. This means what exactly I did, I just click on this plus, right? I put the name here, that's it, and I click on save. That's the same thing that I did, right? Similarly, if I want to put something in this field, right? This field is number of mails. Number of mail is a custom field. So what exactly we need? We need a custom field name. We will go to account, we will check what is the number of mails field name, number of mails. So we will use this API name. I'm talking about always, I'm talking about the API name, right? Just remember, I'm talking about this API name. So now I will put ACC dot number of mails 7, something else. I'm just writing again. So this is again new account is created. Let's see, something else is created. Here you can see the field is also there 7, right? So here you can see that in Apex we can also use the field's name, right? This is the variable's name, that is a field name. So this is an object account, and every field we can use here, ever what exactly the field's name are there, every field you can use here, we can insert it, right? Suppose we want to check if it is inserted, what is the ID? What we will do, we will check system.debug and we can just check acc.id, that will give you the acc.id. Now I'm just, I'm also, so there is two way. One way was this, the second way I'm going to use like this, nothing else, right? I'm just writing nothing else. The second one is number of mails, so I'm also writing here. The second way is this also, because standard objects and standard basically is a Salesforce object, so that's why it is inbuilt function, so we can use as a polymorphism concept here, right? And here I can see the ID also. So I inserted it, I can check the ID. So this is the ID that is created. So when I will put this ID here, I don't know to search, it will always give me this ID exact, the current ID we are talking about, nothing else. You can see number of mails, you can see. So this is basically what I was talking. So that exactly gives the Apex to us, right? So this is basically the Apex concept, that okay, how Salesforce objects can work, how custom objects can work. Suppose we have an object, I think as a salary, right? We have an object salary, so we can just directly write the salary, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, similarly we can we can also use as a like account ACC. I know we have this. So this is, I'm writing a SQL query. Most of you know, you already know. Then I have one video on query also, so you can use that query. Otherwise I will in the next part I will show you. So here what I will do, I'm just checking that's what is the name and ID of that account which we have recently created, right? Let's see, let me just debug it. It will give me system.debug, it will give me whole ACC, it will give me the fields that I have just checked, I have just queried. So here you can see the ID and name and record type ID is just giving me. So ID and record type ID is a default, so that's why it's giving me. Otherwise it's also giving the name, right? Because I queried it. So this is how Apex works. So in the next video I will I will talk about the condition, if else, how we can use if, how we can use for loop, how we can use while, how we can use how we are going to use DML operation, what is the limitations and everything. So in the next video we are talking about that. For right now I have I have something for you, I have some questions, so just do in your time. And this is very much easy question. Not the first question is that convert double 8.9 into a string. So take a variable as a double and change it to the string. I've told you how we can then also create a variable birth date and set it to your date of birth. So similarly, we have multiple five questions. I have given you 5 questions here, and you can try these 5 questions, right? And answer your comment, please answer these questions, these 5 questions in comments. Let me know what exactly you think, what exactly you are talking, right? And let me help you. So please like and subscribe. We have a website also, codeinme.com. You can go and search the OOPS concept and Apex also. You can check it on LinkedIn, you can check it on Facebook also. Thank you very much for watching. Welcome to Code Me again.